I'm with you on that one, 100%.
He makes the game fun, man.
He makes it fun.
Hey, bro, I'm 100% with you, man. And I think the podcast game is better when, podcasts are all together. You know what I mean?
We're back together.
Don't you think the podcast game is better when the podcasts are all back together?
Sure.
Yeah. Isn't it better when everybody knows their role and they know how to shut their mouth now and do what they're told?
Facts. Yo, Schultz gets it. When the workers show up, it's all good.
How do you come back? You got to come back a certain way, though.
Isn't that better when you do what you're told?
I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all talking about. I feel like
Oh, my bad. Hold on.
He won't let me.
Exactly. And Jesus switched to Joe Budden.
How do you come back? You got to come back a certain way, though.
Isn't that better when you do what you're told?
I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all talking about. I feel like you. Hey, Schultz, I feel like you subbing somebody, but I'm not sure who it is.
Grab that Draco again. Grab the Draco.
Oh, hold on, bro. Drake, I'm talking about Caller Daddy. Caller Daddy's coming back.
Whoa!
You didn't know
big.
Caller?
That's big.
I think they call him Daddy. I think they switched to Joe Budden.
Oh, shit. I ain't gonna lie. Joe did verbally check both of them niggas. Like, y'all had to come back. It's the first of the month. It's coming up. Y'all got bills to pay. What you finna do? That's Leaf back there, by the way. You don't leave cooling. What you finna do? I might have a little bit more time with y'all because I had a studio session. Lil AK was about to, I had some bars to drop. Yo, YK, if you're here, bro, like we might have to cancel the studio. No, well, studio's canceled, but I might link with you later. We had a studio session. I was about to drop some bars. But, hey, let's keep it honest. Andrew Schultz, he has a very, very popular podcast, Flagrant 2. It's on Patreon. By the way, I'm gonna show you this shit. Look at this shit right here. Flagrant 2 Patreon. Wait, no. Flagrant 2 Patreon. That boy Andrew Schultz getting a lot of money from this podcast and shit. Look at this. He has 21,000 people, 246 that are patrons of his podcast. He makes $100,000 just off of them subscribing. He does a private podcast that's only for Patreon. And 21,000 people are on this shit, and he gets $100,000 a month from it. That's $1.2 million a year. That's additional to any YouTube stuff he gets, any deals, sponsorships, advertisements. It's pretty safe for me to say that his podcast makes at least $3 to $4 million a year. After he pays the producers, this and third, he's doing good. I don't know if this was shots to Joe. I could tell you where my leads. I love Andrew Schultz. I think his podcast is amazing. I think he's hilarious. But I'm not here. I don't be throwing shots at Joe. I don't like people who throw shots at Joe. And I will not tolerate shots thrown at Joe. But I'm always here for the slander of the Stooges, okay? So I don't know if he was talking about... There was a time that he criticized Joe and Joe talking about Spotify, and Joe pretty much told him to shut the fuck up. And he's been on Patreon, and now Joe's on Patreon as well. So, I don't know. Anyway, let's go back to what they're saying.
Podcaster call him Daddy.
That's
and
big.
I think that's the new name for the Joe Budden.
Did y'all think that basically that podcast was the Stooges calling Joe Daddy? They apologized to him. He never told them sorry. They apologized for going on strike, and he said to them, what the fuck do I owe y'all? He basically violated them.
I guess call him daddy.
That's big.
Yeah.
Draco,
See, Schultz can't help it.
Yeah.
I can't help myself, bro.
Schultz wants you to see his face. I want you to know. Schultz will do it without a mask. You hear me?
Yeah. Run right up on you.
Schultz will run up on you in broad daylight and tell him I said, what was that movie? He was like, tell him it was me.
Yeah.
What was that movie? What movie was it? He was like, I want you to know it was me.
Yeah.
What movie was that?
The Honeymooners.
No, you're talking about. I already know it's on Game of Thrones. That's what she did.
What's Game of
The
Thrones?
girl did it.
Oh, yeah.
She was like,
Yeah.
The grandma in Game
Yeah,
of
the
Thrones.
grandma did it. Yeah.
He's like, I want you to know it was me.
Yeah, that's how I feel, bro. I do feel that way.
I know you do.
Listen, we are very excited to see the Call Him Daddy podcast is united again. You know
This is great. Congratulations.
We got the brothers are back together, or the father and the sons are back together, and they've no longer stopped beefing.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I got to get caught up. Honestly,
I didn't even know that they were back together until Lil Latinx told me that they were during the podcast.
So that shit is gonna stick now.
What, Lil Latinx? You asked for this.
That's you, bro.
You asked for this. Draco Soldier, bro.
Listen, and your first name ends in an X. You are Little Latinx from now on,
Holy
brother.
shit. Wait, how your first name ends?
By the way, let me make a prediction. These Stooges are back, and they're going to try to make it work. But I'm going to tell you right now, it'll never be the same. There's a permanent stain of these dudes being embarrassed, being belittled, being sunned, being exposed. Hold up. Sorry. As the bums they are. It'll never be the same. For their own sake, they need to keep this together. And I hope they do. Because I could imagine how stressed Joe is when he got to find replacements last minute and stuff like that. But these dudes think at some point they'll be seen like how Joe is seen for that podcast. They'll never be. They'll be seen as the butt of the joke. They'll be seen as the sons, as Andrew Schultz said. They'll be seen as the Stooges. And it's going to manifest because when they love to talk about other people's business, but it's going to look ridiculous when these two bums chime in on other people's business when their business isn't disarray.
X, yeah, Lil Latin
That's right.
X, bro.
Yeah.
Alex is Little Latinx from now on. I've never
like
seen a man look more Miami than you, Alex. Like, I don't know if you Cuban. I don't know what you are. I don't know if you Cuban, Puerto Rican. I don't know what you are. I just know you in Miami. You are a dark-skinned man in Miami, bro.
Miami definitely changed you.
Yes,
man.
it
Fuck that.
did.
I'm putting it on Schultz. Schultz out here riding around in a fucking G-Wagon. So
Hey,
nah.
bro. Hey, bro. This is what
Shots
happens
fired.
when you a partner of the podcast. Yes.
Chat. Let me tell you this. You see why it's good to be independent? I be telling everybody, I live like a rapper. I'm happy. I got all type of shit like you would never believe. The workers, every worker never likes me. I'm gonna tell you, they never like me. Like Rosenberg, he didn't like me because he was a worker. Like that nigga was mad as fuck. He was like, you think I care about the fact that you're like super? I'm like, I didn't even say that. Like, why you think that these dudes are a little bit insecure? You get me? And by the way, Schultz is probably doing great. He's independent, making a lot of money. You know, he used Brilliant Idiots and like, you know, being the person that was against or next to Charlemagne to piggyback and create his own thing with his. He's a comedic genius, if you ask me. He's really funny. Yeah, that nigga's fucking winning now. You get me? Everything I got, Schultz probably got. You know who don't got shit? Rurry. Think about it. It's Rurry. You don't got shit. Sucking all that dick, you ain't got nothing to show for it except a fucking sore throat and a fucked up tonsils. Ain't that a shame?
Everybody eats.
Everybody eats.
Everybody eats, damn it. Everybody eats.
Draco.
All right.
Yo, Charlemagne just bought a new house. big as fuck. I hit him with a congrats, man. I say, yo, Shar, yo, I knew you was living good already, but yo, you bought even a bigger mansion? That nigga was, I heard on one of their podcasts, he was thinking about the joint with the elevator. Shar living good. Andrew Schultz got the G-Wagon. He flexing. He doing the most. Like, y'all know how I'm moving out here. What is Mealy Mall and Rurry doing? Bitching about knowing what's going on with the business. Who do y'all listen to? If you don't like me, go listen to Andrew Schultz. If he tells you some business shit, believe him. He's living it. Rurry and Mealy Mall, they just came off a strike.
Soldier. You know what I'm saying?
So you got to pull Schultz back. Schultz is really Bishop. All he wanted to do was rob the store. I wanted to rob the store. I didn't want to kill nobody. Why you shoot the guy, Schultz?
I am that guy in the movie. Like when they go do the robbery and everybody promises there was going to be no people killed, and I get too hyped and I just shoot the motherfucker. And then
you Bishop.
Yeah.
You Bishop and Jew. Oh man, did you watch the Oscar Schultz?
The only thing that saved the Oscars for me this year was Van's victory. That was so fucking, like, shouts to Van.
That might be it. That might be it on that. But anyway, chat. Job well done, man. Job well done. Hey, I'm glad those bums are back to work. I'll leave them alone for now. For anyone who thought Ak was wrong, Ak was whatever, you could like me or not. But let me tell you this. One thing I will not tolerate in this industry is that I don't play ball. I don't really fuck with none of these niggas. But one thing you can say is Ak came up from the mud. No one liked him. No one gave him an opportunity. He did it on his own. Him and the chat niggas, they brought him to the highest of heights when it comes to media and entertainment. And I want to be the living testament that as long as you play and you play in the avenue that you fuck with your audience, you'll always win. Sucking dick don't get you nothing but a sore throat and fucked up tonsils. That's all I want to say. And you're right. I got a little bit of extra chip on my shoulder because a bum ass nigga gonna pull up to the crib and do some weird shit. So I'm gonna be on his neck a little bit more. But I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm here to be the living proof of what y'all have seen has worked, and I want y'all to showcase what has not. When you see them talk about niggas like me or other people, always remember this moment. Because me, I don't really care about usually other people's deals. But when they start scrutinizing my shit, I have to speak up. Anyway, I'm gonna move on from this. Chat, I've been arguing with women all week.